Court is now in session for another episode of Innocent Until Proven Guilty. Today's case is a special one, a particularly infamous title and a system first for this channel. A little over a year ago, I was given a 3DO by a viewer named Cole, who also gave me the Dreamcast for my Typing of the Dead review. Thanks to his generosity, I can finally examine the black sheep of the 3DO catalog, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. The game, and I use that term in the loosest possible meaning, that nearly single-handedly killed the 3DO was released on September 30th, 1994. It was developed and published by Kieran Entertainment, a subsidiary of Digital Stuff Incorporated. Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is basically an interactive FMV adventure, minus the M and the V. Okay, I guess it's not really like an FMV at all. There is a live-action intro starring the scantily clad female lead Jane, played by Jean Besson, where she lays everything out for us, and I mean everything.
You are in your brand new Corvette, running along the super information highway. Put your big muscular arm around me and whisper sweet things in my ear. And I promise to do whatever your little heart desires, but only if you make the right moves. Of course, if you make the wrong move, you may just end up playing with your little mouse the rest of the night. It's all up to you. Are you game? Then come with me and you'll soon discover why plumbers never wear ties when they're around.
With that, we bid farewell to the only bit of motion picture in the entire Plumbers experience. You may be asking, if there's no video, then what exactly is there? I'll get to that in just a moment, but first, cue the title screen! Oh man, that looks slapped together in MS Paint. It's perfect. Jane stresses the importance of the choices we make, and Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is indeed all about choices. The first of which being whether to view the whole story or skip to the first decision.
Don't keep me in suspense. Give me the full story.
Whoa, deja vu. I've seen this already. First decision, please.
Choosing the full story will roll the credits, which are wacky beyond belief and have absolutely nothing to do with the rest of the playthrough. It's almost as if the director took still shots from stock footage of a NASCAR event, applied heavy filters on top of it, and dubbed in a Motley Crue tribute band to pump up the energy. I don't know what the intent of this is, but I know that I love it. Especially the Santa Panda race car driver. Interspersed between the NASCAR images are cuts to a man lying in bed. As we'll soon come to find out, this is the male lead, John, played by Edward J. Foster. John, as the sequence suggests, apparently dreams of race cars and pandas. Totally normal dream material. Jane pops up for a few brief seconds and is quickly interrupted by this scary face. I think it's safe to say that John's dreams are quite bizarre. They're comprised 85% of racing, 10% of Santa Pandas, and 5% of blonde bombshells. Before we can assess John's psychological issues, a phone call breaks the silence.
Yeah, it's me. Leave your message at the beep and I'll come back to you.
It's your mother. Now get your ass out of bed. I know you're there, John. John? I said get up, John. John, if you don't pick up this phone, I'll be in your face in 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Oh no!
Yeah, Ma.
What are you wearing today?
My birthday suit.
Very funny. I want you to wear that nice tie I bought for you.
The polka dot tie? Get out of here. That sucks.
What did you say?
John's mother pesters him incessantly, but the main reason that she's calling is that she wants grandchildren. She tried to set him up with Amy, who he claims isn't his type, but his mother is persistent.
There.
Ma.
Listen to me. It's time you got married. You need children. I need grandchildren. I need my only child to bear fruit. And in my lifetime, don't you love your mother?
Ma, just drop it, okay?
No, I won't. Amy's perfect for you. Poor thing's just waiting for you, John.
She's not my type.
I'm sick and tired of your excuses. Now I'm having Amy over for dinner tonight, and I want you there.
Well, I'm busy.
You be there at 6 sharp, mister.
Forced to go to a dinner with a woman that he has no interest in, and to wear a tie, which according to the title Plumbers Just Don't Do, John's situation can be summed up as, yeah, pretty much that. The setting transitions to Jane's place where a similar scene unfolds with her father, except that he cuts straight to the chase.
Hello?
Jane? Jane? You there, Jane?
Hello, Daddy.
Where are you, Jane?
You called me, Daddy. Don't you know where I'm at?
How the hell am I supposed to know that? Now where the hell are you?
I'm home, Daddy.
What the hell are you doing home?
Earth to Daddy. Come in, please.
Why the hell aren't you married yet, Jane? Your clocks are ticking. Now why the hell haven't you been productive?
I haven't had time, Daddy.
So we have two wannabe grandparents and two young adults caught in between their demands. Something tells me that John and Jane are going to be drawn into a tale ripped from the pages of a trashy romance novel. This calls for a montage. Stat! John and Jane get ready for the day by doing typical routines. Shaving, showering, lifting weights, shredding air guitar licks with a plunger. You know, regular everyday boring stuff. Graphic nudity, huh? Interesting. All right, Kieran, bring it on! That's it? Talk about tame. A face resembling Rafe Fiennes as Voldemort and a censor bar block the naughty bits, making it comical rather than shocking. It is apparently possible to remove the censorship, but I didn't bother finding out how to do it for obvious reasons. The two go to their respective vehicles and head out on their fateful journey. Sure enough, John and Jane cross paths and are enamored with each other from first glance. The song heard during their encounter is perfect. It has a heavy 80s new wave vibe to it that I love so much.
Whoa! It's 8 o'clock and I'm seeing a 10. What I wouldn't give to do her plumbing.
The only problem I have with it is that it doesn't play long enough and it's obscured by the dialogue and sound effects. It's a shame. Wait, what's going on?
Whoa, I'd call that better living through chemistry. This is Harry Armas. Welcome aboard. Your mission, should you accept it, is to get these two lovebirds together. One wrong move here, and the consequences for these lovers could be dire and unexpected. Remember, we're keeping score.
Well, there we have it. After 16 minutes of still dialogue segments, we finally arrive at the gameplay. As Harry Armas said, there are a series of possible options and we have to choose wisely or ruin the future of these potential soulmates.
Jane may be Daddy's girl, but she's no slouch when it comes to getting what she wants. Besides, John's really a wimp. Jane makes a move on him before he can count to 10. Watch out, John.
That annoying voiceover from before makes a return for these sections, and it's made even more irritating since it can't be skipped. A choice cannot be made until the voiceover is completed, which is lame. The initial question is a major one. Who will break the ice? A different outcome will be presented depending on which is chosen. For example, if Jane makes the first move, John will be insecure and question Jane's motives.
Unfortunately, I'm in a rush. First day at a new job. Here's my number. Call me sometime.
I'll call you. I'll call you tonight. How's tonight? Can I call you tonight?
You can call me anytime. Like I said, you can call me anything. I mean, anytime.
She's a 15. No, a 20. She's a damn 1,000. And I got her number. I can't believe it. Well, I didn't exactly get it. She gave it to me. How could she give me her number? She doesn't even know me. She's a slut. I could be an axe murderer.
On the other hand, if John instigates contact, then he'll be very confident and sure of himself to the point of breaking into dance.
You're the star. You went out and did it, overcame and underbid it. You're the star.
If the meeting is pushed off, then what follows is a series of comical daydreams with some questionable dialogue.
I blew it. It wasn't her, it's me. I gotta get some balls when it comes to meeting chicks. Maybe if my skin were a different color. Chicks don't like white guys anymore. They think we're too straight. Anglo's got no rhythm. If only I were someone else.
Hey, babe. Looking for some action?
What do you got in mind, cowboy?
Oh, maybe go to my place? You know, hang out, have a beer, get laid? You know.
Get laid? You're gonna need some help in that department.
What do you mean, help? You saying I ain't man enough for you? I'm just your size.
You won't be after this.
Ooh.
Regardless of who speaks first, the plot will progress in the same manner. John waits on his bike and Jane attends a job interview. Mark Thresher informs Jane that her potential position was canceled an hour before her arrival.
Your qualifications are outstanding, your recommendations superb, and yes, I know I promised you a job, but what happened was completely out of my control. Your position was canceled just an hour ago. I'm sure you'll find another job soon.
But Mr. Thresher...
Jane lays her sob story on Mark and we're brought to the second decision.
Mark, I'm desperate.
Most of those don't sound very good. The first is promising though. Let's try that.
Well now, perhaps something can be worked out after all.
You don't mean it.
As a matter of fact, I've been wanting a personal secretary for some time. Would you be interested in that position?
Sure thing, Mark. I just love to be your personal secretary.
Will $40,000 be adequate?
$40,000!
I thought so. Now your first assignment starts today. I'll be spending the weekend at my luxurious bachelor pad in Pacoima, and I'm leaving at 4. I just want us to work as closely together as the dear Lord will permit. See you at 4.
Oh, yes, sir. And thank you, sir. I'm so glad you're a religious man. Are you in the ministry?
No, but your visit has made me think about starting one.
Oh, I'm so glad I inspired you.
Yes, you are a very exciting, inspiring young lady.
Oh, thank you, sir. We'll see you at 4.
Yes, I'll see you at 4.
Jane! I had to wait for you. I love you like I've never loved anyone in my life. You've got to...
Don't touch me, you hormone. I'm earning $40,000 a year. I'm a professional now.
Oh no, Thresher is a scumbag and Jane rejects poor John. I guess this is one of the bad endings, so I have to restart. The remaining alternatives both seem dreadful, but I'll go with the slightly less horrifying pick.
Do you think I can't see through all this corny melodrama of yours? Do you think that I'm an idiot? I hate people looking for work. You're all filthy slime. You waltz in here with your perky little face and your bouncy little breast, and you think you can walk out with a job. Well, I'm going to kick that sweet little butt of yours out on the street.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Thresher.
Jobs are for those who are worthy.
Wait! Who are you? I don't even know your last name. Oh, no, he's gone. I blew it. Who picked this story? Damn you! I'll never forgive you. Now I'll be miserable for the rest of my life, thanks to you.
That was certainly depressing, and now she hates me. How could it possibly get worse than this? Wait a minute, the first two basically resulted in game overs, so does that mean that Mark has to take advantage of Jane? Yes, Yes, he does. At least initially.
You must be 18 or over to take a look at this decision.
You know, perhaps something can be worked out after all.
Yes?
Take your clothes off, Jane.
To receive the best possible conclusion, the player is forced to make the perverted Thresher sexually harass the female lead. On top of that, Harry Armis chews us out for doing so.
Did he let Jane into this mess? My God, what kind of perverted monster are you?
Hey buddy, I didn't want that to happen. The developers made me do it. Kieran Entertainment is to blame, not me. The next choice is about how Jane reacts to Mark's demands. In the interest of keeping this more PG, I'm gonna have her decline the disgusting pig. I did watch the other option for completion purposes and, well, let's just say that she turns it around on him and things become pretty steamy. When Jane declines his proposal, she knocks him down and flees. He quickly recovers and pursues her while brandishing a weapon. They leave the premises, John comes to Jane's rescue, and thus begins an incredibly goofy chase sequence.
Help me, help!
Run, Jane, run!
Thresher follows Jane, fueled by a murderous rage, yet that doesn't stop them from taking in the sights like a trio of tourists. I should mention that Thelma, the self-proclaimed takeover artist, lives up to that nickname by stealing the show from Harry Armis.
Take that! You're not taking over the story!
It's mine!
It's my story!
Fine,
Damn it.
I'm taking it over!
This is ludicrous, yet I can't keep my eyes away from it. We're rapidly speeding towards the climax, so I think it's time to turn on the spoiler warning. Click the box art to skip to the breakdown, otherwise it's time for the finale. The chase concludes at a rundown building where John and Mark have a brief skirmish. Thresher is immobilized and Jane is about to call the cops when...
I can make you an offer you won't refuse. There's no way you'll refuse it. It's been proven in many, many movies.
What? A real job? Like in Working Girl?
No, I'm offering you a lot more than that. Try $5 million.
$5 million? For what?
One night with you.
Yes, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties just became Indecent Proposal. Thelma understandably is offended by this and intends to put a stop to what she perceives as sexist trash.
I am going to liberate... What are you doing here?
It's at this point that Harry Armis returns and terminates the takeover artist permanently. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming. If Jane accepts, they haggle back and forth on a price as John gets upset.
Well, with that kind of attitude, I just might reconsider this entire proposal.
Now wait just a minute, Bob. Your original deal was $5 million for one night, right? So what's $7.5 for 2 nights? I'm giving you a $2.5 million discount.
That's way too rich. 5.5, and that's top dollar.
It's revealed that Mark doesn't have the money and reduces the offer quite drastically.
$5 million for the whole weekend. Deal? What's wrong? You got the money, right? I asked you a question, Bub. You got $5 million for me, or don't you? What? You don't think I'm worth $5 million?
How about 100?
Why you?
I told you.
How about 1,000 for the weekend, huh? Huh? How about it?
1,000? Gee, I don't know.
John attempts to talk her out of it, but is denied by money-hungry Jane, who exits with Thresher.
You're a loser.
Shall we, my dear?
But of course. I don't believe it. Daddy will be proud. I'm gonna make it with a geek. Hey, Thresher, you belong to the lodge?
That was bleak, and I feel dirty for having chosen it. That slimeball has to get his comeuppance, so let's go with the cheerier option. John tells Mark off and professes his love for Jane in a speech that includes a rather notorious blooper.
I I've been searching for you.
Freudian slip?
That he was an egotist, didn't he? I'm going to keep that in the script. I'm going to use that. I'm going to paste that together and use that.
Okay. All right, ready?
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
All right. Down the top, basic.
Thresher scoffs at John's naive belief that people can't be bought, and, well, I'll let the clip speak for itself.
Happens every day in the streets. How about 1,000 for a couple of hours?
Sure thing, buddy. Your place or mine.
Whoa! You're disgusting.
Then you two should be perfect together. He's all yours. Come on, Tiger, let's leave these lovebirds alone.
Wait a minute. Can't leave me here with her. What about the police? Call the police.
Deal's a deal. You called it.
See, Thrasher, you can buy love. You just proved it.
Don't worry, honey. He'll get his money's worth.
Help me. Wait a minute. You can't leave me here.
With that, the couple walk away and embrace each other, but we still have one decision remaining. Whether to go for the Hollywood ending or something completely different. By something completely different, Jane reveals to John that...
I'm a virgin.
Holy Mother of God!
Not only that, but...
I'm going to become a nun.
Oh, yeah, right. Sure, that's a good one. Now, come on, stop teasing me.
John ultimately has no choice but to have dinner with Amy at his mother's, a fate that he was trying to avoid this entire time.
Got plans at my mother's.
What a nice son. By the way, nice tie. Your mother give it to you?
On a more positive note, the Hollywood route has the couple kissing and kissing and kissing some more. Jane decides that she wants to learn all she can about him.
What kind of work you do? That's so god-awful important. I like a man who takes his work seriously. I want to meet your mother and...
Jane, hold on a sec.
John confesses that he's actually a plumber and not an account rep, yet Jane doesn't believe him.
What is it, dear?
Well, you see, it's about my work. I'm really a plumber.
Oh, I just love your sense of humor. You're such a joker.
No, I'm serious. I'm really a plumber.
John, plumbers don't wear ties. Now, come on, stop fooling around.
Now, let's just pretend I was a plumber. Would it matter to you?
Now, stop it. You're such a jokester.
I'm really a plumber. My nickname's Rooter.
The couple drives off on John's motorcycle to visit his mother. Jane's unwillingness to accept his profession doesn't paint a picture of a happy future, but at least the lovebirds are finally united. For now, at least.
Just be yourself, John.
I'm trying.
Just so long as you're not a lawyer.
Don't insult me, Jane. I'd rather be a plumber. Are you sure you want to meet my mother?
That, in a nutshell, is Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, a bizarre entry in the library of an obscure system. It's universally panned and places near the top of many worst list videos. Are the critics right in their assessment? Let's find out in the breakdown! Let's start off by saying that this is not a game. It's a slideshow, and a poorly produced one at that. The pictures constantly change aspect ratio, the audio is muddy, and the plot is a sexist, convoluted mess that forces us to make horrible decisions. Speaking of which, I almost forgot to mention that it's literally impossible to get a positive score. We're left with almost minus 200,000 points, even if we don't screw up once. What the hell, Kieran? Finally, and I can't stress this enough, it's not a game. It deserves the death penalty for these atrocities against humankind.
Unicorns don't really like dancing, right? Stop.
You are correct. This isn't a game, but does that make it unenjoyable? It could, but in this case, it doesn't. Call me sick and twisted, but I do find enjoyment in Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. I equate it to The Room, Birdemic, or Sharknado. It's dumb and mostly bad, but that's why it's charming. Also, for what it's worth, the music is quite good. That doesn't make up for the fact that Kieran lied about including an FMV interface, but it shows that Plumbers Don't Wear Ties isn't devoid of redeeming qualities. In the case of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, I rule that the verdict is guilty. Guilty pleasure, that is. My verdict is Ginnocent. Yes, I'm breaking out that alternative again, which I think is quite appropriate. I fully admit that its reputation is more than deserved, yet in spite of its sub-average production quality, I find it to be amusing. I have a similar opinion of this as I do the B movies mentioned previously. To me, Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is so bad that it's good. I love that it's the way that it is, and I wouldn't change it in the slightest. That doesn't mean that I recommend seeking this out, because I don't at all, especially since it can be found in its entirety on YouTube. I'm just stating that I agree with the critics, but I still like it for what it is. Anyway, that was certainly a unique IUPG episode. With that wrapped up, come back next week for... What the... Oh no! It's starting to rub off on me! I better finish this before it gets worse! There's a new Cygnus review next week, so come back for that. But until the next case presents itself, court is now adjourned. Thanks for watching, everyone. Come back next week for another Cygnus Destroyer review, but until then, you can check out these videos on the screen right now. On the upper left, that is my review of Marvel Superheroes War of the Gems for the Super Nintendo. An awesome Capcom game, kind of a beat-em-up and platformer hybrid. It's a lot of fun, based on the Marvel characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and the Hulk and Wolverine. It's good stuff. I had a lot of fun making that review, and you should check it out. On the upper right, that is the LJN Defender episode on Friday the 13th. Not for any particular reason. It's not like Friday the 13th is coming up, but hey, it's a good episode. I had a lot of fun making it, and yeah, people seem to really like that video. So yeah, check that out. On the bottom left-hand corner, that's actually the previous Innocent Until Proven Guilty episode on the Power Glove. Yes, the infamous Power Glove. It's so bad, as they say, but is it actually that bad? Well, watch that episode to find out. And as always, for anyone who's new to the channel, if you like what you saw and you want to see more, click that red box right there, and that'll subscribe to the channel, and you'll be able to keep up to date with all of my content. Like I said before, come back next week for another Cygnus Destroyer review, but until then, I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.